The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. The windshield wipers slapping out a tempo, keeping perfect rhythm with the song on the radio. But I gotta keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way. Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. Those windshield wipers slapping out a tempo, keeping perfect rhythm to the song on the radio. But I gotta keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way.
We are back. We are out at the doctor day on San Cecil. This is our couple years we've been out here for this. We don't see what they got going on this year.
The fluids come down all the way through the vein, all the way through the tubing, into the patient's vein. So if you watch this, when I put this roller open, you can see that fluid coming out into the vein, which would go into the patient's arm, into a vein. So then I can stop it, and then it stops. This is a demonstration. Mary, you want to do this?
Yeah. So you put it in so that it can drip. This one won't drip out by itself. You've got to do it very slowly so that for the patient's safety. And this one we have done over 10 seconds. So should I do it? Yeah. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go, and then we can clip it off.
Oh, that's interesting. Thank you.
yummy, right?
Strawberry.
Giving another thumbs up if you like watermelon. Raise the roof if you like pineapple.
Yes.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Does anyone want to share their favorite fruit? Raise your hand.
Apple.
What do you got, bud? Apple. I love apples. What do you got? Bananas. Does anyone else want to share? Yeah. Grapes. Those are so yummy. What do you like? Oh, yummy. That's delicious. So for our fruits, this one's really challenging, okay? This one's going to use a lot of thinking power. Fruits, can we rub our tummies with one hand, and we're going to punch the sky, not your neighbor, with the other hand, okay? Looks like this. And then reverse it, go the other direction. And then go super fast. And then go super slow. Good job. So our fruits give us lots of nutrients. Our first nutrient is fiber. I love fiber. Fiber keeps our tummies full. So when we eat fruits, it keeps our tummies full. So that's why we're rubbing our tummy just like this to help us remember. And then we're punching the sky, not our neighbors, because fruits also give us this really big word called antioxidants. Antioxidants help us fight off the germs. So that's why we're punching the sky. When we have a diet rich in fruits, it helps keep us from getting sick. And when we do get sick, it makes that time much shorter. So let's practice again. What movement did we do for fruits? Good job, good job. The next food group we have is vegetables. And with our fruits and our vegetables, we want to eat the rainbow like our Skittles, right? We want to enjoy all the different colors of our fruits and our vegetables because all of those different colors help our bodies stay healthy and help us grow. So red fruits and vegetables, think of a red apple or a tomato. That helps our hearts. Can we put our hands on our hearts? Good job. And if we're thinking of the colors in the rainbow, next would be orange. Can we all point to our eyeballs? Have we ever seen a rabbit in the wild wearing glasses? No. What do rabbits like to eat?
Carrots.
Carrots. Orange helps our eyeballs stay healthy. And then yellow fruits and vegetables, think squash. That helps us fight off the germs. So everyone punch the sky, not your neighbor, with two hands. Good job. And then green, think spinach, kale, peppers. Our green fruits and vegetables help us stop bleeding if we get a cut. So everyone, when we're playing outside, we trip and fall and we hurt our elbows and they start to bleed, our green fruits and vegetables go straight to that cut and stops the bleeding. So let's touch our elbows. Good job. So it's really important that we eat the rainbow of all of our fruits and vegetables to help our bodies. Alright, so for our veggies, this time we're going to rub our tummies with both hands. Reverse it.
Yeah.
Go really, really fast.
Yes. Yeah.
Really, really slow.
Yeah.
So our vegetables, think broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, spinach, that gives us fiber. So that's why we're rubbing our tummies to help us remember that it gives us fiber. Okay, fiber keeps us full for a long period of time and helps us go poop. The nutrition girl just said poop. What? I can't believe it. So we want to eat all of our fruits and vegetables to keep us full and to fight off the germs. Okay? So this next food group.
Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. The windshield wipers slap out of tempo, keeping perfect rhythm with the song on the radio.
Warm wishes from all of us at Parkview Health for a happy, healthy holiday season.
With boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our green apparel, fa la 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 la. Sing a brand new Parkview carol, fa la 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 la. Set the proper mood before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the chord and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While we tell the Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Mindful of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. Deck the halls with clouds of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our green apparel, fa la 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 la. Sing the brand new Parkview carol, fa la 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 la.
How's it going? You doing good? You ready to play? Awesome. You remember Full and Fury? How about you guys play against them? You awesome too? So yeah, he's here representing the Mad Ants. Don't make them mad because they'll get all ants on you. Like I said, you remember Full and Fury too. So yeah. Oh yeah. Big strong. See you guys later. Good.
So we're athletic trainers for Parkview Sports Medicine. We made some posters for the Doctor's Day. The first one is prevention, evaluation, and management of injuries. So we kind of just get a feel of what kind of injury we think they have by asking them questions. And then the next poster is recovery and rehabilitation. So basically how we go through the rehab of an injury. It's in 5 different stages, and then we've got some examples of exercise equipment that we use. And then
this is where all of the Parkview schools are located that we have partnerships with. And then club teams and the universities we work with as well.
Thank you guys. Excellent, good. So what are we doing right back here?
So we're just out here today showing the ambulance to anybody that comes to Doctor's Day at Science Central.
It's actually my first time being in an ambulance. Behind, I've never actually been in one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any crazy stories?
We really don't talk about it a whole lot. Just, you know, we try to keep things as confidential as we can for privacy reasons.
That's understandable. Like, what all are you guys doing here? Like,
we can do just about anything. We can give all kinds of medications. We can monitor somebody's heart. We can perform CPR. We can do all kinds of airway stuff. It's kind of limitless. There are some limits, but there's pretty much anything they can do in the ER we can do in the ambulance.
Everything short of surgery, pretty much.
So it's pretty much a hospital on wheels.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of getting the eerie feeling in here.
Eerie?
Yeah.
Hope not.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello all, this is Michelle. I'm a nurse here at Parkview Regional Medical Center in the emergency department. And this is my coworker Christy and my friend. We're going to try and give you a look into the life of what it's like working in the emergency room during these crazy times of COVID. We'll first be greeted by one of our friends here.
Hi, my name's Brooke. So my role is to screen everybody here that comes into the ER. I'm placing a mask on everybody that comes in just for the safety of our healthcare workers and you.
So this is the hallway. We send all our patients down alone. But it is for the good of the family members to be able to take care of anybody. Here's our lovely triage nurse, Christina.
Hi, so I am the triage nurse. I have patients come back here after they've been to our main entrance and I screen them for any symptoms of the coronavirus. If we find that they have any symptoms or possible symptoms, then we make sure that they're put in the proper isolation and send them back so that they can get treatment pretty quickly.
This is where they have to screen people. We now have plastic over everything in order to be able to protect all our folks' registrations over here.
I'm Bethany. I'm with registration here at Parkview Regional Medical Center in the emergency department. Our workflow has definitely changed a lot. We used to be able to go into the patient's room and physically have a conversation with them and verify their information, any insurance questions, anything like that. Now it's all over the phone, no longer going into the rooms to really cut down on exposure. So it's definitely been a task, but we're getting it done as best we can. I feel pretty safe. I know that everyone we work with is definitely taking the proper precautions.
My name's Candace and this is Megan. We're patient care techs here in the emergency room. We have to wear masks every day. We've been wearing head caps to help keep us clean. As far as like cleaning rooms, that changes a lot. You know, if we have a potential exposure in a room, we have to shut that room down for 2 hours, let it sit. And then we have to call EVS and they bring up UV lights. They do a whole disinfectant of the room. And then we kind of have to gown up, glove up, mask up, go in there and do a whole nother sweeping clean of the room before it can be made available to other patients. It's been a challenge, but it's something we definitely have tolerated very well and are doing well doing.
We have been loving the folks that have been loving on us during this time. We appreciate all the signs and all the food that they've been sending us our way, keeping our spirits high. It makes it a lot more bearable.
My name is Dr. Tyler Johnson. I'm an emergency physician here at Parkview Health in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've had a lot of dynamic changes. We're seeing a lot of patients with COVID-19, but regular patients too. Really where and how we see patients has changed. We try to put patients in certain areas that don't have it and then try to keep people that have it separated. We've prepared for these things, so we kind of understand what's going on. Our families definitely fear these kind of things, bringing it home or visiting other families and things like that with all the restrictions. Some people are living away from their families in separate housing and those kind of things, apartments or vacation places and things like that, trying to limit the exposure since we are in it every day, all the time. Really, we're just trying to take care of patients and keep things going, and we're open for business and seeing patients that need to be here, and we just encourage people that if they do have a health concern or would normally come for an emergency, that they come to the emergency department
Hi, I'm Angela. I'm a nurse here in the ER. We're taking a lot of precautions. I have this respirator mask. Most of us here in the ER do. We take it seriously. We don't want to be guilty of hurting people. But to be honest, I'm a lot more afraid of people not coming in. I don't want to see people ignoring stroke symptoms or heart attack symptoms that have long-term consequences. Just try not to panic. Everything will be okay. We're here. We want you to come in. Don't wait for medical care.
Hi, I'm Alethea.
I'm James.
We've created these new roles to help with COVID, and I'm the COVID partner today.
I'm the runners.
So basically our goal is to have one person that gowns up and goes into the room, one nurse. That way we're not using as much PPE, we aren't exposing as many people. So as a partner, I am the nurse out here that is running to go get medications, running to get blood cultures and lactic tubes and things like that. Anything that the nurse doesn't have in the room, I can bring to her so that we can lessen the exposure. So another way that we are helping lessen our exposure with COVID is we have these baby monitors that we've brought in, and one goes into the room and the other one stays out here. That way the nurse that's out here helping can chart, we can know what the patient needs and what the nurse needs in there. The nurse can just tell us through this baby monitor instead of opening the doors and all that type of stuff. We're able to communicate through these monitors.
Hi, I'm Helen. I'm one of the nurse leaders here in the emergency room. My role has probably changed the most by trying to protect my staff members here in the department and doing things a lot differently than we're used to.
Okay, so I'm getting a medic run soon and we think that it could be a COVID positive patient, so I'm just preparing myself to go into the room. So first I'm going to put on my PAPR hood, and so I have to put the belt on first, and then I'll put the hood on next, and I have to turn it on. And then I'll have my spotter here who's going to help me make sure that I have all my stuff prepared. And I'm going to put the gown on here. And then she's going to help me tie the gown. And then I'll grab some gloves and put those on. And then I'm ready to care for my patient.
Hi, I'm Jessica with the X-ray department at Parkview Regional Medical Center. For my everyday role, we now have to gown up with a mask and goggles and a hairnet. We are also taking extra precautions and sanitizing the entire machine down in between every single patient, making sure that everything is clean before we move on to the next patient.
I'm Mindy Kurtz. I'm the director of the Allen County Emergency Departments. The emergency department, of course, is the first line of defense our facility has. So we were encountering COVID patients before we even really recognized it. So I think it was very important for us to be implementing our PPE and all those precautions before the hospital even was ready to take those actions or even knew that we had some of those concerns in our community. We think a lot about keeping our patients safe, and we wanted to continue that, but we also really wanted to make sure our staff always felt safe. They had what they needed to be able to provide safe care, because that was very, very important to them and thus to us.
I'm Audrey Honeycutt, the Nursing Services Manager of PRMC's ER. Our community has been amazing and supportive. It truly makes you realize why you do this job, why we're open, why any of us ever chose to work in the emergency department was to take care of our community.
Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. The windshield wipers slap out of tempo, keeping perfect rhythm with the song on the radio. keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way for me. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a sunny day for me.
The more we get together,
Subscribe to us.
throw my page back up. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends. And
going on today?
Absolutely. So we have what's called the 95210, healthy measures that you can do in your life to basically lead healthy and prevent disease. These numbers here stand for basically all these boards behind me here. 9 here, 9 hours of sleep, 5 servings, fruits and veggies. Limit screen time, so video games, computer, tablet, 2 hours or less we like to aim for. 1 hour or more of physical activity. That's going to be playing outside, playing a sport. And then the 0 here is very important. So no sugary drinks or beverages. They have a demonstration down there. That's very important. So try to cut that out and minimize excess calories. There's some things from through to try as many as you want, some crowns.
We got bookmarks here that can talk to you about all the different ways to be fit. You know, you can do hiking, you can do running, you can do swimming, you can do fencing if you want. I don't know who really does fencing, but you know, you can give it a shot.
What's your name?
It's a pretty rare.
Wesley.
Nice to meet you.
And who are you guys with?
We're with Family Medicine. I'm Dr. Brady.
Yeah, we got some stuff about screen time and being active and stuff.
So this is 2 hours of screen time. It's so, allows kids to get more activity, they do more reading, play music, things like that. And then this is like an activity that we do with kids to encourage more physical activity.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm Kate Wyatt, or Dr. Kate Wyatt, as I'm getting used to, and I'm a first-year internal medicine resident here at Parkview. I'm actually originally from the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest, a little town called Yakima, Washington. I got lucky enough to get accepted to a medical school in my hometown. Medical school, you learn kind of like the base general knowledge, and now being in my residency, I'm just learning everything I wanted to learn. So across the nation, internal medicine residency is 3 years total. Typically what it's going to look like is you'll have residents, senior residents, and then attendings who are people that have completed their residency and they are specialists in their field. We'll do rounds together where we see patients. Ultimately, they're in charge of patient safety, making sure orders are in, and then our education, making sure that we're learning, putting in everything appropriately, and kind of progressing in our knowledge base. Parkview Internal Medicine Residency actually does what's called a 4+1, meaning we'll do 4 weeks of a rotation, like we'll do 4 weeks of wards. Wards is what we do most, especially during our first year of residency. And that's when the ER, the emergency department, calls and says, we have a patient that's not safe enough to go home, they're sick enough to be admitted. We will go down and admit them and take care of them until they're safe to go home. And then every 5th week, no matter what rotation you did, you're in clinic. As a resident, it's just one-on-one, me and the patient. We'll talk together, we come up with the plan, and then I'll go out, confirm with my attending, talk with the attending, and then either all of us or just me will go in and talk with the patient. And that for me is really special because then you really get to feel what it's like to be their doctor. We are all really happy to be here and we all are excited to learn. We are so grateful for our patients for allowing us to take care of them and then being a part of our educational journey. I have a great group of people around me that I enjoy being around that make going to work really fun. We have the support staff. We are supported. If we don't know something, go and find it. There's a person there that helps us. So just because we're learning doesn't mean you're not gonna get top quality care. So what happens after residency depends on what each internist or each third-year resident decides they want to do. Some of my co-residents want to continue on and subspecialize further, such as cardiology, GI, or pulmonology, and that's an extra 3 years just about on top of internal medicine residency called a fellowship. Myself personally, I really like hospitalist medicine, and so I'll be able to practice that after my 3 years.
Hey, I am Jeff Lindes, co-host for Wesley TV. Subscribe to Wesley TV. If not, the whole crew's gonna come to your house and looking for you. Just kidding. Subscribe. You'll see lots of fun, lots of trips, lots of fan-friendly stuff. See, I'm so hypnotized. Subscribe now.
Do you want to make a guess for what it is? Do you have an idea? No. This is your spinal cord. So it connects all the way back here and then goes all the way down your back and lets your brain talk to the rest of your body. So that's what all of these little fibers at the bottom are. Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna try this if I can get if they fit.
We actually have a larger pair of gloves somewhere. Actually, it's a box underneath this one. We have some medium gloves.
Okay. I was like,
sorry, I would have touched it myself. But.
So you ready to record this?
I'm ready rolling.
Oh, okay. We're doing a TV show and we're trying to.
I love that.
The goal is for me to get my hands in these things first. If not, I'll just do it half and half. So we get to see what's going on inside my. Well, that's not really my brain. I'll do it this way. We want to know what's going on in my brain all the time. Well, here it is. Ooh, you want to taste? And this is a spinal cord?
It is. It's a little bit odd, huh?
Yeah, it's for me. I can't touch it. There's some more. Isn't it insane? Thank you, guys.
We'll see right there. Mask up. Right there. Squeeze it back. Look at that. Getting air in there. Good job. Sometimes that's not enough. So we can help with using that red one. You want to put that red one in it? Okay. Let's try that. Go ahead and take these out. Yep. So we're just going to put this in like this, okay? Do that. And in there, just push it all in the end.
Use both hands if you have to.
Yeah.
There you go.
Push it, keep pushing. Don't stop yet.
Right there.
Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go.
Did you already do this?
Now, take this.
Did you drop one in here?
Can you push this in?
Never mind then.
Push it all the way in. Push, 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 push. Push, push. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. Awesome.
Good? Got everything? Alright.
Now I'm going to put that on there. Can you come squeeze the blue part again? Squeeze it. Squeeze it hard. There you go. You get plenty of that. Good job.
All right. You can help me breathe for the baby. All right. So we'll take this right here and you put that in the baby's mouth. Like that. And then we'll rotate it.
We won't be long.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I work in the emergency department at PRMC. I'm going to talk to you today about how to care for a minor burn. A minor burn, it involves the top layer of the skin, and that can be caused from cooking, from a hot surface. It can be caused from steam and also sunburn. The first thing you want to do is to remove the source of the burn. So if you have clothing that is touching or covering the burn, you want to remove that clothing. If the clothing sticks to the burn, you definitely just want to leave it in place. The next thing you want to do is remove any jewelry that may be down away from the burn or anywhere near it, because the swelling is going to make that nearly impossible later on. And then you want to get to a source of cool running water. Put it under that water for a good 10 minutes. What you don't want to do is you don't want to use ice or ice water. That can actually freeze the area around and can actually worsen the burn. If you're like camping and you don't have a running source of water and you have a cooler that has ice water in it, you can dip a rag, preferably a clean rag, into that and use that to cover and just keep replacing just to make sure that you are cooling that area and stopping that burn. Once you're done running that under the water for the 10 minutes, you want to clean it with soap and water just to remove anything that might be in that area that can cause infection. If the skin were to blister, do not pop the blister, because that blister is actually protecting that skin underneath, and you want to be able to leave that in place so bacteria can't get in and cause infection. If it does blister, then you want to make sure to clean it with a mild soap and water, put antibacterial ointment over it, and cover it with a sterile dressing, and you want to change and do that daily. So if the skin is intact, you can use like an aloe gel or a hydrating lotion and just use as needed to try and keep that skin from drying out. You could use it several times a day. So if it blisters and you don't pop it, but it pops on its own, you can put some antibacterial ointment, place it on your sterile non-stick pad, place it over it, and then you can just cover it with like a Curlex and just put a loose covering over it. And when you go to tape this on, make sure not to tape over any of the burned areas. You want to make sure to cover the whole area with the Curlex. Once the burn starts to heal, if it becomes red again and starts having streaks up the arm, or if it gets really tender, if there's any kind of cloudy type discharge coming from it, or if you're running a fever, you definitely need to see a doctor for that. So it's getting to be that time of year again when people are out more and they're having bonfires and they're doing fireworks and they're starting up their grills, and some of those can lead to these more severe burns. When that happens, if there's clothing on, you want to try and get that off as soon as possible. You want to start cooling that area. If the clothing is stuck to the burn, don't remove it. Just get into the emergency department with that. It started to blister right away and it's peeling off, and it's greater than the size of my hand. So that means it's more than 1% of the body, and that is a trip to the emergency department. So the important thing to remember when you have a minor burn is to get it under cool running water for at least 10 minutes. And if it involves the face, hand, feet, or genitalia, you need to be seen. And if it's deep and open, or if the skin sloughs off immediately, you need to get right into the emergency department.
I'm Joe. I'm a certified child passenger safety technician. I work here at Parkview. Today, Ben and I are going to show you how to install a rear-facing car seat using a seat belt. There's a belt path for the seat belt. You just need to locate that and put the seat belt through. Anytime you're using seat belts, child safety latches, anything like that, you're going to hear an audible click when you get it together. In this vehicle, we need to lock the seatbelt, so we're going to pull it all the way out and let it ratchet back in. You also want to make sure that the seat back is not touching the back of the seat in front of it, and we want to grab it at the belt path and make sure it doesn't move more than an inch. As you see, it has a 5-point harness. Buckle it from the bottom to the top. This goes at the armpit level. Then we want to tighten to make sure it's tight enough. As you can see here, I can pinch up some. That's too much. So I need to not be able to pinch up any. We have such a good cooperative boy here. So you want to pinch both at the hips and at the shoulders. And this should lie in a flat, straight line, and it should not pull his body out of proportion. Keep him in safe and snug. I'm Jo. I'm a certified child passenger safety technician. I work here at Parkview. Today, Luke and I are going to show you how to install a forward-facing 5-point harness child seat. To install a forward-facing seat, you want to put it up so that it is against the back of the vehicle seat. We're going to use the latch system today. Lower anchor is right there in the seat bight. And it simply clips in place on both sides. Then it needs to be tightened, so the movement is less than an inch from side to side to front to back. And usually these are easiest to tighten if you follow the belt path. Instead of pulling out, you want to pull the direction the belt goes. When forward facing, you always want to use the top tether if the child's age and weight is appropriate. It comes through the back of the seat and then it latches onto a tether connector that's at the bottom of the seat in the back. Then you want to just tighten the seat. It doesn't have to be very tight, but you just want it snug. Once again, anytime you're working with car seats or seat belts, you'll hear a click when the two parts go together. There you go. This goes at armpit level, and we want to make sure that the harness comes from at or above his shoulders. Then we want to tighten to make sure it's tight enough. You want to pinch both at the shoulders and at the hips. So now Luke is safe in the car seat.
So what do you guys got going on over here?
So we've got our baby doll clinic, and we've got some ice safety and outdoor safety for the winter time. So
kids are coming through and giving our dolls a checkup. Sometimes they're giving them some shots and some medicine. And it's helping them get a little bit more comfortable with going to the doctor themselves and getting medical care and just being able to do some medical play so that they can have better understanding.
That's pretty cool. Kids get to have their hands-on experience too.
Yeah.
Yeah?
When a child gets admitted to the hospital, they will most likely stay overnight in either our pediatric unit or pediatric intensive care unit. Both our pediatric units are locked units, and everyone that wants to enter the unit must check in with the front desks. Every room is private, meaning only your child will be in that room, and includes a bathroom with a shower. The rooms all have a sofa that pulls out into a bed and a television. Sometimes an admission is last minute and unexpected. Therefore, the units typically have most things a child and their family may need for the stay. However, you are allowed to bring items with you. If a child has pajama pants and/or a button-down pajama shirt, they are welcome to wear that. Otherwise, we will give them a gown to wear. We recommend and encourage parents to bring comfort items like stuffed animals, blankets, and other favorite items from home for their child. This can make the hospital environment less scary for them. One of our primary goals is to try and make the hospital environment and experience as normal as possible for our patients, and having familiar items around certainly helps us achieve this objective. Patients who are able to leave their room are welcome to go to the playroom to play. If your child can't leave their room, we can typically make arrangements to have toys taken to them. Sometimes, if approved by the child's doctor, the child may be able to go to our pediatric unit to enjoy the playroom. Our family lounge is a popular area for older patients, siblings, and families. It's a quiet room with vending machines and furniture. Families and siblings can often be found hanging out here, playing games, socializing, making phone calls, or just relaxing. While we typically ask that only one parent stay overnight with the child, family visits are encouraged during the day. We do always ask families to be respectful of our other patients by following the hospital visiting hours and using quiet, calm voices in our units. All of this is designed to make your child's hospital stay as restorative and healing as possible.
My name is Mike Oberg. I'm a paramedic and training officer for Parkview EMS, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a simple exam that you can do for a stroke called a FAST exam. And that FAST exam stands for F is facial drooping, A is arm drift, S is slurred speech or inability to talk, and T is the importance of time to get her to the hospital quickly. Lynn, it looks like you may be having a stroke. Can you smile for me? Okay, good. Take my hand, hold your arms out. Okay. Can you say the sky is blue? Lynn, I think you might be having a stroke, so I'm going to call 911 and get you to the hospital quickly. Other things to look for includes numbness or weakness of the leg, confusion or trouble understanding, trouble seeing in one or both eyes, trouble walking, dizziness or balance, and also an unexplained severe headache.
Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. The windshield wipers slapping out a tempo, keeping perfect rhythm with the song on the radio. But I gotta keep rolling. Ooh. keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way for me. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a sunny day for me.
Life's like a road that you travel on. There's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door where blues won't haunt you anymore, where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today. Yeah.